Oh, I'm back. Let's see if I let you guys back in. Okay, I'm back. I got you guys back
Okay.
in. I hope this stream is still live because I had to like end the stream and start up again. I hope it's still working on the same link.
Okay.
We will
I
see.
hope so too.
Let's see. Are we back up? Let's see if it's working.
Let me
I think
see.
we're back up.
We back up? Someone said the rats got him.
Are we here?
Let's
Yes
see.
or no? Let me
I don't
know.
know. I can't tell.
I'm on
Nope.
YouTube right now and it's
Nope.
not
Stream
doing
ended.
anything. Fuck.
Stream ended. They got the hood Wi-Fi.
It's okay.
Oh, we're back.
Are we back?
I can't. Oh, it looks like we're back.
We are back. Perfect. Y'all, listen. Oh shit. Damn it. I was trying to do a bit, but never mind. I clicked the wrong video. What I
Everybody's
was
slowly
trying to
flowing
do
back in.
is, yeah, damn, bro. What I was trying to do is I was trying to play the "From the Eyes of the Angel" background song, bro.
Let me go ahead and delete the other one. Delete forever.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So we're back. We had some minor difficulties. The stream crashed. Streamlabs is a shitty program, but we're here. Not a
We're all
fan.
good. We're all good.
Yeah, everyone's
We
coming
are all
back.
good.
We're chilling. Someone said I like the stream
Yeah,
again. Yeah,
man.
like the stream back up again, y'all. We had to,
Yeah.
stream V2, run the likes up. How many we at right now? We're at currently 300 of y'all are back in here. So run those likes back up to 300 for us.
We need
When the
100 likes.
when the old stream crashed, I saw somebody commented like, "I just joined." No.
You ruined this kid's night.
No, he was the jinx. He ruined the stream. He joined in and it crashed that bitch.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn, we got an
We
airball.
were talking
from
about
Wemby.
before. Let me just go back to right where we were. We were talking about the Herb Jones trade potentially happening.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it being dumb for the Pelicans and whatnot. It didn't make any sense, this report. Keep in mind, this is from HP Basketball. This is not a
is that?
reliable source. The Pelicans are not trading Herbert Jones. I can guarantee you. This is absolute nonsense. He tweeted this. I mean, he reported this because he was writing a story where he was writing trade thoughts for every single NBA team. And I think this is more him musing like, maybe they'll have to be open to it because they can't pay everybody. And they just throw it out into the ether. This is not a real report. I don't think we have to worry about this happening
Or
whatsoever.
maybe this is a goddamn paid post. We fell for it. God damn it.
Yeah, we got a couple donos to read out. From Parker Blackington. He says, I live in Utah, and the Jazz been good lately. I have to remind fans that there are some miracles God can't do. Love your vids and everything. Appreciate y'all, man. The Jazz have been good lately.
Yeah.
Shout out to Utah, for real.
Someone said, are y'all doing a TikTok time this stream? Not a TikTok time. That's a main pod thing. But we're going to do a draft. We're going to do a draft later after we get through the news stories and pick our all-star teams. So stay tuned for that.
Yep, exactly. We're going to do a draft based off of names that start with a D. So y'all
Yeah, there you go.
do what you guys did for me last time.
Yeah, cheat. Yeah, we move on to the next story. Did you guys see Anthony Edwards getting pissed off about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting free throw calls?
I saw, I saw a little bit of it. I saw Shea come back with the fire bars on Instagram.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think that there's anybody better in the league at Instagram comments than SGA. I think he's easily number one on the power rankings of IG comments.
Sometimes I think they're a little bit corny, just a little bit, just a tad bit. They're cool. Maybe he's into poetry or whatever. I understand it. That's his passion. But at the same time, it's like, God damn, bro, every single post you got to say some shit like that? Drop your flicks and go away. But
nah, he's about it. He's consistent.
Yeah.
But Anthony Edwards said, it's hard to with the calls that Shai gets. It's hard to shut him down. You can't touch him at any point during the game. It's super hard to beat. That team is a good team, especially when they get calls like that. What do y'all think? How do you guys feel about a player being very direct about his feeling about players like getting a lot of fouls?
I'm with it because on one level, obviously, everybody does this. Like all the stars have a night where they're just gonna get 12 free throws in a night, right? They're gonna have just some insane number of free throws. Anthony Edwards is gonna have many of those in his career, and I'm sure he's already had a bunch of those. However, it has to be the most frustrating thing in the world to just be on the opposite end of like every time you touch him, it's a foul call and he's going to the line. And so, yeah, I'm sure Anthony Edwards was hot I'm sure he was upset about seeing Shea get all these free throws. And he's like, bro, just let's just play basketball and let's see what you can actually do when you're not having the refs help you out. Like, I get both sides.
Yeah, I guess. Anthony Edwards had 10 free throw attempts in this game. SGA had 13. It's not that big of a difference. Oh my God, they crashed again. Yo, if this stream is crashing, what? Oh my God, y'all. They went away again. No way. Okay, I can bring them back. We're good.
Okay.
Are we back?
Yeah, you guys are good. I was like, no way. I have to end the stream again. We're good, y'all. I was able to save it this time. Streamlabs is bugging.
Don't worry.
Y'all need to donate more, man. That's all I was saying.
Someone said racism. Yeah, I'm not lagging out, so I'll say that. We're good, y'all. Calm down. I see no's in the chat. It's a little delayed. We're good.
Yeah, no, man.
As I was saying, Anthony Edwards had 10 free throws in this game. Shea had 13. I saw a stat somebody pulled up. In the previous game they played each other, Anthony Edwards had more free throws than Shea. So I think this is just frustration talking that isn't actually based on any sort of logic. Like, this isn't like you're facing Joel Embiid. Like, Shea he isn't that type of foul magnet. I think Ant was just pissed they lost.
Yeah, exactly. This is just literally him being a sore loser. And I get it. Like, it happens. You get in your emotions or whatever. It's normal. But if I'm like someone like Anthony Edwards, you had 5 turnovers that game. You had very questionable turnovers in the fourth quarter. The Minnesota Timberwolves as a whole, one of the main reasons they're probably going to have a cataclysmic downfall in the playoffs this year is because of their ability to turn over the ball. It's one of the best in the league in the worst way possible.
They're elite turnover ballers.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, get a grip of that and then talk to me about Shai Alexander's ability to draw fouls. It's one of the most annoying talk in the league.
Yeah, you'd have thought Shea had like 20 free throws. He had 13, which is it's a good amount, but like getting 10 as a star player isn't anything crazy, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, he had 10 himself, so it's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's the call's difference. That's it.
Shout out to Penguin Risk donating $1. He said, that was me, LMAO. It's 1 a.m. in the UK. I joined, and the stream immediately crashed. Also, thoughts on D-Wade all time. I got him at about number 15. Thank you, Penguin Risk, for shutting down the stream. Appreciate you for the $1. You made up for it. And D-Wade's awesome. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's top 30. Yeah. Somewhere around like, what, low 20s, high teens, anywhere in that area. D-Wade.
Oh, yeah, 15's a bit high, but, you know. I'm not going to talk you down to think less of D-Wade. Yeah.
I think anywhere between like 20, 24 to like 17 is a good range for him.
Say what's up to the Mandem.
We can go to the next story. Oh, this is a funny one. RJ Barrett. There you go. You linked the one where RJ Barrett was responding, but last week, Carmelo Anthony called RJ Barrett a bland player. He said he'll give you 4 one game, 24 the next. That's hilarious. Calling somebody a bland player is hysterical. Imagine being RJ Barrett. You grew up watching Carmelo Anthony. He gets on a mic. He's like, that motherfucker's bland. I don't like him. RJ Barrett responded. He said, I think it was funny because the next day I had 4 points. The game before that I had 24. So he was kind of right. That's
I don't know.
humility. I love it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's so cool to see a player just be like, facts. Sometimes I'm being consistent.
Facts from some ass, bro. You don't see that too often. Yeah, I'm happy that he didn't take it too personally. At least it didn't seem like he took it too personally. But it is weird seeing guys like Carmelo Anthony, who now has a podcast as of a month ago or whatever, just sit down and yap about like current players and shit.
Yeah, it's cool though. I like it.
I love it too.
But speaking of RJ Barrett, he's been eating recently. Over these last 10 games, 14 points when he first got there, 37, 23, 24, 4, 24, 26, 17, 20. He's been on a hot stretch for somebody who, how would you describe him on the Knicks? Disappointing? Lackluster? Bland? I don't know.
Bland is probably just like the best. Streakily bland, I guess. Yeah. It's just like he would have moments like this where it's like, hey, yo, like RJ's really putting everything together. Like it's all happening finally. And then you would have another 10-game stretch after that where he's not hitting the side, he's hitting the side of the backboard, and you're just like, what's going on? Like, it was a very up and down ride. And I think this is one of those things where a lot of Knicks fans were upset that RJ left, and you just had to get to a point where you understood if it was going to happen, it just wasn't going to happen here, right?
Yeah.
RJ wasn't going to blossom into whatever massive idea that you thought RJ Barrett could reach. That just wasn't going to happen here with the Knicks on this specific timeline. So I'm glad he's in Toronto where they're on a different timeline, and now he can grow and do all these things and play well. And again, he's at home in Canada. He's chilling. He's eating.
Yeah, he's eating really good. He's clearly part of it over the last year since Jalen Brunson got there. Now he's third behind Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. There's only so many touches to go around. It's been well reported that Tom Thibodeau isn't the best at instilling confidence in his tertiary players. We've seen clips of him where he missed a three and he was like, I'm going out the game. I'm not coming back in. I forgot exactly what he said, but he knew his ass was going straight to the bench. And clearly he's playing more free. He's playing his game, getting to the rim. He's empowered here. There's no star ball handlers to hog up the touches. Everybody's getting their fix of shots. Good for him.
You hate to see it. My top 5 players to continue to rag on, but
there goes some jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Not good for RJ. It's fun. I never liked him either in terms of his game. I've always he was always propelled up in talks because he was a young player who gets benefit of the doubt. Plus he's a Knick.
New York.
So I always found myself on the other end of RJ arguments, but it's good to see him succeed.
Exactly.
Where some donos to catch up on. M tipped $1. When did LeBron pass Tim Duncan all time? When he came out the womb. Colton donated $1. Who do you have winning Rookie of the Year? Who do y'all think?
A lot of people are on the Chet train, and I can see it, but I disagree with it because I think Wemby is just genuinely the better first-year player. But at the same time, there's a little bit of contradictory going because I'm also someone who says Chet Holmgren should probably be the fucking all-star this year. And
we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll see if you're standing on that because we're doing all-star picks in this stream.
If that's the case, then why isn't Wemby an all-star? But there's other factors that lean into that. So I think Wemby is the Rookie of the Year, to be honest with you. He's generally the better player, better talent, better day one rookie.
He's been insane over the last however many games.
Exactly.
I got it pulled up right now. Over his last 10 games, 24 points, 8.8 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 53% from the field, 34% from three, on 24.7 minutes per game. If he was playing 36 minutes per game, he would be averaging 27 over 10 games. He's been ridiculous since he got moved to center. I think he's stolen that title from Chet.
Yeah, I agree. I try to hold on to the Chet stuff as long as possible just because he was so good in the beginning of the year. And I try with these awards to not let the last, 2-3 months of the season kind of dictate everything. But man, he's been so good. He's been unreal. And the Spurs next year, not only are they getting year 2 Wemby, they're getting 10 more minutes of year 2 Wemby. And the fact that you can have him out on the floor for another, 10, 11 minutes, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous next year.
Okay, we move on to the next story. The next thing we have to talk about, talks are heating up between the Atlanta Hawks and the Los Angeles Lakers regarding DeJounte Murray. I said it on the last pod when we talked about our trade predictions. I said, I'm putting in writing, DeJounte Murray will be a Laker. It's already written. The writing's so on the wall that they carved that bitch in with the biggest knife you can imagine. It's clearly there.
Yeah.
This report says Atlanta wants to find a third team to take on D'Lo in order to complete DeJounte Murray trade with the Lakers. It's centered around D'Lo, a 2029 first-round pick, and a pick swap, I'm told. The holdup was the Atlanta Hawks wanting to find a third team for D'Lo. Interesting.
Man, if we do this trade, I won't even be too upset. The only thing that I don't want to happen is I don't want fucking Jalen Hood-Schifino on my team. I just don't want him. If we wanted him, we would have drafted him. He was a pick before Kobe Buffkin, who was our number one or who was our first round pick, and we passed up on him. We do not want Jalen Hood-Schifino. Not to say he's trash or anything, but I just don't want that.
You wouldn't want but you wouldn't want young talent on your team as you're going.
He's not the young talent that I want.
Why not? What do you mean? Why not? He's
You're not in a position. You guys aren't in a position to be like, I don't want that guy. I don't want that guy.
Well,
honestly, he's
right.
basically getting a mid-first round pick. 17th pick is what he went at. He's barely played at all. We don't know a thing about him because he's been out of the rotation. why would you not want to take that swing when like there's no other amazing offers out there because nobody really wants DeJounte like
because
that?
I've seen him. I've watched him a lot in college, and I'm just like, I don't want none of that business. Seen him play in person. I don't want none of that business on my team.
You're holding on that one
No.
time you saw him play in person. You're like, nah, he's not nice.
Oh no, it's not only one time, obviously, but yes, I'm sticking to that. We can stick to that. I don't want him on my team. But that 2029 pick moves me like a motherfucker because at that point in time, AD is gonna be like what? I don't know, 35 years old, and I have to assume that LeBron's not going to be a Laker or at least maybe retired by then. Oh my God, I'll hit myself.
44-year-old LeBron still kicking it. That'd be awesome. No, but that 2029 first round pick that's an asset. That's an asset right there.
Yeah. So off the strength of that, I would do
it. Shout out to Jack Black, Kung Fu Panda legend, for donating $5. He said Isaac had to carry us like KD. I guess he means when the stream went down. Like he's never done on a team. Isaac had to carry us like KD has never done on a team. He's never gone anywhere with Westbrook or Curry. Love the podcast. Keep cooking. Get Mo out the trenches. Long live the king.
Long live the king.
What a dono.
Great dono.
Oh my gosh.
And Colton Sloan donated $1. He said, "Is SGA a free throw merchant?" No. But thanks for the $1. What else? We have a comment from Udonis Haslam. Basically, he said, if I see Paul Pierce and Kevin Durant in the grocery store, Kevin Garnett, it's on. He does not fuck with the
I appreciate it. There's nothing. Y'all know have y'all seen the clip where it's these two old guys playing basketball and one of them, he's like, I'm killing him. He can't guard me.
Yeah.
He's been a bum.
Yeah.
He's been a bum since 86.
Yeah.
I need that with Udonis Haslam and Kevin Garnett.
He hasn't been able to guard me in 2 decades.
Yeah. I remember that.
In 20 years. In case just dogging Udonis Haslam. He's been a bum since 2012.
This quote is crazy. He said, "This is exactly like if the Nassers had beef with Tatum and Brown." People forget. Donovan almost spit his drink out.
I almost choked. That's crazy. That's so good. We leveled up with the soundboard today.
Yeah, we're here with iconic Mo sounds.
Oh my God!
Yeah, man, this tweet's hilarious. People forget that Haslam was like actually a good player at one point. He wasn't always his old man. This is so disrespectful.
No, it really is. But I appreciate this. This is every generation is gonna have this. I miss the old NBA. I miss this. I need people to be upset at the grocery store, ready to fight over what happened in a conference semifinals. Udonis Haslam, that's Heat culture. That's real basketball. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate
your thing. You're fucking pushing 50. Go pick up your kids from daycare, man, and pick up your groceries and get the fuck out of here. I understand.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's picking up his kids, going to the grocery store, seeing a guy that he doesn't rock with, and saying, "Nah, you suck." And then
he's getting his kids fruit snacks. And on the way home, he's beating the shit out of Paul Pierce. What's not to love?
Exactly. You can do both. He's a versatile man.
Look at that. What's next? I think that's the end of the news story we got to cover. Oh, during the game last night, people were really forcing this. We'll quickly go over it. People were saying D'Lo and Rui looked like they were in tears after the game, like they knew like a trade was coming or something.
Yeah.
I think this was incredibly forced. Shut up. They're fine. They're adults.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Shut up.
That shit was hilarious. They were even like pickpocket. They were like kind of reaching a little bit with the post game interview that D'Angelo Russell gave, saying like, "Oh man, it sounds like this is his last game as a Laker. Oh my God, D'Lo, no," and all this other stuff. Would any 1 to 10, how badly do you want to see D'Lo traded, Isaac?
How badly do you want to see him traded?
Yeah.
I don't badly want to see him traded at all. Like if he doesn't get traded, I'll live. How open am I to him being traded? 10 out of 10. He can go. I'm not gonna pretend that because he had a good week where he scored 30 a couple times. I'm not gonna pretend he's Teflon. He should never go anywhere. Wildly inconsistent. Not a particularly effective playoff player. It's okay if they move him for an upgrade, but I'm also not pushing him out the door. If he stays, I'll live.
Yeah, he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line this year. This is the most efficient year of his career. Oh, surprising he played with LeBron and AD. So, but it is what it is. I think he's been what you should expect out of D'Lo.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Salamander for $1. Appreciate you. That's the rest of the news stories you got.
Real quick, when you guys get a chance, I'm gonna let you know this right now because I have the game pulled up. When y'all get a chance, watch when watch Wemby guarding Embiid. Embiid just threw his shoulder into Wemby and literally moved him like 5 feet out the way. Just straight grown man him. It's the biggest display of like you're too small. So
yeah, I missed it. I got the game on too. Embiid's cooking. Embiid going crazy tonight. Anyways, there's 1,000 of you in here right now. We got 300 likes on the stream. We're about to get into our all-star selections. I need y'all to run up the likes. Get to 500 for us when we start. Let's run it up. Get to 1,000 by the end of the stream. We did it last stream. It was possible.
But can you watching right now? Can you get this stream to 600 likes right now? That's the biggest challenge.
Moving the goalposts. Shout out to Matthew, donated $3. Appreciate you. He said, it's the LeBron curse. No matter who they trade for, they will underperform and flop. Even AD technically feels that. In parentheses, Mr. Inherit the team. Conversation for another day. But thank you for $3.
That's hilarious.
The next thing we're going to do.
Two things on that. Or actually just one. Also, LeBron will not be playing tomorrow against the Clippers.
Correct.
I just saw the tweet from Shams.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all, you see the title. It is time to do our NBA All-Star selections. We basically are just going to do the whole ballot the way like a media member or player would do it. How it works is the starters, you get 2 guards, 3 forwards, or front court players. Reserves is, again, 2 guards, 3 front court players, but then 2 flex positions, which I have labeled as just 1 and 2 on here. And then we're going to do, every year there's injuries and ends up being like 14 or 15 All-Stars because of that. We're going to put 2 injury alternates on the bottom here, which basically means our first cut to the guys who just barely didn't make it.
Oh,
Sound
man.
Do you want to start with East or West?
Sounds straightforward to me.
Before we get there, we got 2 more donations. Penguin Risk donated another $1. Appreciate you. And Louis King donated $3. He said, as a Nets fan, I would like to personally apologize to Don for what has happened today against the Clippers.
That's hilarious, bro.
Okay. For those who don't know, the Clippers scored 22 straight to win the game against the Nets. It was pretty disgusting.
Oh, yeah, no, that was... Hey, the Clippers are legit, man. The Clippers are legit. I can't wait to have those playoff conversations. But as of now, I think we should start with the Eastern Conference, the easier conference.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go section by section. So let's both do our guards and the starters, then our front courts and the starters, and so on down the list.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
I guess I'll go first. We'll go left to right, how it's displayed on here. It's me, Don Mo. I'll start first. This is the easiest part to me. The 2 starting guards in the Eastern Conference, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell. I didn't really hesitate at all.
You got me. That's the same one that I got too.
That's the same one that I got too.
Oh, clean
Pretty
sweep.
easy.
Look at that. Love that. Nice.
Listen,
okay, so I'm gonna write
this rarely happens where all 3 of us are like exactly on the same wavelength.
Facts.
We might have the same list. It might be history tonight.
So, did you guys struggle at all with so Tyrese Halliburton was a lock, right?
He is a lock. This is happening in Indiana, bro. He's an Indiana Pacer having his breakout year, quote unquote, however people like to categorize that word nowadays. He is one of them. One of them.
Yeah. So none of us are gonna struggle with that pick. I think Chad agrees. Mm-hmm. Well, how did you guys? I see a lot of disagreements about the Donovan Mitchell pick. Was that easy for y'all?
No, that was hard. And it took me a while to figure out who I wanted to put there, right? Because for me, it came down between Brunson and D Mitch. And I think for D Mitch, the level that he's gotten to in the last 10, 15 games, him just going crazy. And the fact that his team is completely depleted. Garland's not there, right? Mobley's been had stuff. And Mitch has just risen to the occasion, lifted them to a point where right now they're above the Knicks in the Eastern Conference. And you look around and it's like, wow, he is putting this team on his back. You have to reward that. This is a team that as soon as the injuries happened, I was ready to count them out. I thought they were going to slide, right? I just thought D Mitch was going to put up good numbers. They weren't going to win. And it's been the complete opposite. And he's been fantastic. So I put him above Brunson for that reason, but it was tough. Before I made my decision right before we came on.
Yeah.
Really?
Chat, before, yeah, I agree. I also didn't have D Mitch there. But like you said, Evan Mobley and Darius Garland both got hurt. We thought they were screwed. Since then, I don't know exactly how many games it's been, but in the last 19 games, D Mitch is averaging 28.4 points, 6.3 assists, 5.8 rebounds, 33% from 3, and 46% from the field. He's been cooking, carrying them. They're winning games. If you look on here, They won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games so far.
Yeah,
That sealed it for me. Recency.
Yeah, exactly. And seeing the carry job that he's been having to do, that like you guys alluded to with Darius Garland and Evan Mobley being out, and having to supplement those guys with Georges Niang, who is a solid role player, Dean Wade, solid role player, Sam Merrill, sounds like a math teacher, and Tristan Thompson in 2024. That's who he's dealing with right now. That's who he's carrying right now.
Yeah.
And to see him also do this alongside Jared Allen, can't like act like he's a nobody too, is very impressive. But right now, all-star talk, he is an all-star starter, and he deserves that above guys like Jalen Brunson or Jalen Brown or whoever else you want to put up there, because he's generally been that quality of a star.
For sure. And I can understand picking a Jalen Brunson or something like that, because like he's also been fantastic leading his team. Like he's going to be an all-star. Spoiler alert, he's going to be on the list. But it's just hard to not. When it comes down to it, we know Donovan Mitchell's a better player. We're all going to rank him higher. At a certain point, the talent has to win out when things are relatively similar.
Exactly. And it was just one of those nitpicky things, because that's what these conversations end up as.
Because the production's pretty similar. Like Brunson's also averaging 26, 6 assists, great efficiency. We all know D-Mitch is better.
I agree on that. When it comes to all-star conversations, I don't think that's necessarily like should be the tiebreaker, because
in this instance it is for me.
Dang,
I mean, they're right next to each other in the standings. They're both cooking. You know D-Mitch is better.
I mean, no, well, I mean, at that point, I wouldn't fall back on like the rankings that you have them, or where like the standing that you have them in your head. Really, at that point, all right, let's try to figure out the context of their situation.
Oh, of course, obviously.
And then that's what I'm saying. Like that's because that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, somebody's better than them if their situation allows them to, you know, take another step or anything like that. Because listen, we could make some arguments about D-Mitch Brunson.
No, we cannot. Get out of
here.
Sure.
We can do that.
Off. No,
at the end of the year, let's talk.
We're never gonna have the conversation. No.
let Brunson beat Mitchell again in the playoff series. Let's talk.
This is getting real. This is a real like NFL last discourse. QB versus QB. Nobody else on the field matters.
Yeah. That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I put a poll in the chat. Starting East guards. Who do you guys have? I put D-Mitch, Brunson, Trey, Jalen. D-Mitch is winning by a landslide, so it looks like most of y'all agree.
Damn, Donovan.
Good for y'all. I mean, what? I agree with y'all. Like, I think D-Mitch should be the starting guard. I'm just saying.
It's a little conversation, sure. I'm gonna give that to you.
Yeah. Shout out to Jack Black donating $1. Appreciate you. Colton Sloan, another $1. Appreciate you. He said not Mo with the Nick bias. I think you mean Donovan. You got the name mixed up there.
Whoa.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Okay, so we have the guards done. We're in complete agreements. Forwards. This is a little. Maybe there's room for interpretation here. We'll see. For the 3 forwards in the East starting, I have. Never mind. Actually, there's no fucking room for interpretation here.
Come on. I was about to say, come on.
I was looking about the West.
Come on.
Jason Tatum, Giannis, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Wipe your hands. We can move on.
There's nobody even close to these conversations. Let's talk about the reserves, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's probably where the real meat and potatoes are at right now. And I guarantee you we're going to have some disagreements.
Okay. So there's nobody at all you think can make a case for the other forward spots?
No.
No.
Over them 3? No.
Embiid.
Someone in the chat said Isaiah Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart.
Let people spam a little bit. It's okay. You know, it helps us to have the chat be very active. So don't be so militant about block people out for spamming. Like, they can spam a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, but back to what you're saying. Yeah, no. When it comes to Embiid, his case is solidified. He might be the MVP of the season if he reaches those games played qualifications. Tatum is Tatum. He's always going to be in that conversation also. And Giannis is averaging the quietest 30 points and 60% from the field ever. So it's like, what are you going to do about that?
People were saying Scotty Barnes as a starter. Be serious. Be serious.
He could be a starter one day.
He could be on this team.
2035.
Scotty has a case to be an all-star, but not over Jason Tatum, Giannis, or Joel Embiid. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You said don't sleep on Thanasis. My bad. All right, so these are set in stone. Let's talk the reserve guards. Donovan, who are your 2 guards in the East?
I have Jalen Brunson, and I have Tyrese Maxey as my 2 reserve guards.
Jalen Brunson, okay.
First 2 off the list.
Very fair. Are they also
Nice.
on your list, Mo?
Yeah, they are. They're actually on my list.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. Your camera started lagging for me. I'm like, bro, I don't know what is clapping right now. Is it his hands or what? I pray to God it is, but it was your
Come
hands.
on,
Thank
man.
God. But yeah, I had Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Maxey. Hurts my heart to say it, but I'm not even confused, or I didn't have any torn conversations about Jalen Brunson because he's just been that good since last year. More so was Tyrese Maxey who made that leap and adjusted to certain defenses and all that other stuff. So he deserves it, man. This is his all-star year. Can't hate on him.
This was incredibly easy. Jalen Brunson has an argument for a starter. So does Tyrese Maxey if you really want to go with him. They're a top 3 seed right now in the East. He's a huge part of it. Obviously, Joel Embiid carries the biggest load there, but they're not going to be that good without Tyrese Maxey making the start leap he did to replace James Harden's production. I'm not mad with either of these guys being starting over Donovan Mitchell, so they have to be the first 2 guards off the board.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I would be
agree.
mad, but I agree.
Okay, Mo, you go next. Who are your 3 forwards?
Ooh, so my 3 forwards. At the 3, I have Scotty Barnes. 4, Paulo Banchero, and then I obviously have Bam. There's no real competition there.
Okay.
For Bam specifically.
Scotty, Paolo, and Bam. That's very fair. Donovan, are you in agreement there? Are all 3 of these guys on your list? I guess order doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They're on my list, but not here. So I have Bam and I have Scotty.
I know who you got last. Oh my God, it's gross.
No, it's actually not. It's actually not.
Okay.
I actually have Jaylen Brown there.
Okay.
Oh,
That's fair.
okay.
Yeah. I've Jaylen Brown as my last forward.
Is he a forward? I thought he was guard. I don't care.
I think some people
think
count for both. You can do either one.
Yeah, he
Okay.
qualifies.
Okay,
so yeah,
gotcha.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay, so let me write that down. So Jaylen Brown, Paolo, Bam. You have Scotty, Paolo, Bam. Fair. I think Paolo and Bam are locks for sure.
Yeah.
Bam deserves to be in conversations for starters almost. He's just never going to do that
can
because
never
Joel
have
Embiid's in his
to.
conference, Giannis is in his conference. Like, he's never going to have a chance.
You will
But
never be
he's-
better than those players.
Exactly. He's an automatic lock for reserve, just like Jalen Brunson is, like someone that's like the top of the reserves.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting you both put Paolo. You guys, Paolo's made that leap for sure. Like, it's like no-brainer for you.
Guaranteed, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing what he's been able to even over the last few weeks. Recently, Markel Fultz and Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter Jr. are back in the lineup, so he's not in the mud anymore. But he was hooping with Caleb Houston.
Caleb Houston's nice. You keep saying his name. I like Caleb Houston.
He's a good player, but he's a fucking rookie. Who wasn't like highly touted and had a disappointing college year and all this other stuff. So he's been hooping or whatever. But Chumo Kiki, you know what I'm saying? Goga Badatse, also good player, but he's been through the mud, and the Orlando Magic's record shows that as of late. And the only reason why they haven't been like absolutely winless is because of him and how he's been able to affect the game when it comes to his playmaking, shot making, and all that.
Yeah. We got a couple donations. Daniel says, he donated $5. Appreciate you. He said, I'm taking away Mo's privileges to be a Hawks fan. Tyrese Maxey is the most overrated guard and wouldn't be shit without Joel Embiid.
Listen,
Yawn.
man, get out of your emotions, buddy. All right,
Get a
listen,
grip.
from one Hawks fan to another, it's okay to be real with yourself. As soon as I decided to, exactly, I agree. For y'all who are confused where that's coming from,
Blasphemous.
before the stream started, Isaac went ahead and he has a little soundboard and he put in like all types of sounds, whether it be Stephen A. Smith, you hear me like 3 times. Bro, it sounds like that messes with my head way too much. I felt like I was having a certain CT's kicking and I'm like, yo, what's going on? But yeah, get out of your feelings. I feel you, bro. I understand it, but Tyrese Maxey has had a better full season than Trae Young. Look at the efficiency. The point per game difference is not that crazy. And the leap generally has been there for Tyrese. Am I saying that he's a better player? No, I don't think so. There's some players on this list who haven't made my reserves necessarily, but that doesn't mean that I think they're like they don't belong there or in that echelon of tiers or players at all. So it just
Shout out
is a
to
season
DQ
thing.
Senpai, donated $5. Appreciate you. And Louis King donated the $1. He said, no Derek White. No. Anyways, my next
We've been
thing.
trying to tell you for weeks.
I'm trying to give this
Derek White's
man
not going to be on this list.
He deserves a nice vacation. He deserves to get his head sponged and shined, bro. Let him rest.
Sponged and shined.
Yeah, during All-Star break,
That's
he's been
crazy.
working hard, bro.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
man. I also have
Walking
Paolo
chocolate.
Banchero and Bam Adebayo on this list.
Okay.
That part was easy for me. Scotty Barnes or Jaylen Brown, not my next spot. My next spot is Julius Randle.
Ew!
I know we're at the
Oh
Okay.
my
Okay.
god.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Calm your ass down.
Makes sense.
Gross.
I was freaking out. I know we like to clown on Julius and pretend he's bad.
I understand it.
They're a good
I was
team.
debating it too.
We go back and we give a lot of Jalen Brunson praise. Julius Randle was damn near as instrumental to that team. Jalen Brunson's the better player. Julius Randle is averaging 24 points on good efficiency. He's back to being good Julius Randle. You know, every other year we flip back and forth. He's good this year. He has been very good. I look at him versus Scotty Barnes. I love Scotty Barnes. He's made a great leap. He's having a great season. I don't know any reason to give him an all-star nod over Julius Randle, who better production on a much better team. I just don't know why I would go that way.
Why you say that too about him? Same thing. Similar things could be said about Paolo Banchero because I was looking at him too. I'm like, damn, are you really better than Julius Randle? Because Julius averages more points than you, averages more assists than you, averages more rebounds than you. Although shooting percentage wise, you have been shooting better than him, but deep down inside, he's a better shooter than you too. Free throw percentage just says that over the last few years. So it's like that could be also a real pinpoint argument there, but I just didn't want to give Julius.
I agree. Julius should be over both of them.
Yeah, but politics, you know me, man.
Shout out to Elena tipping $3. Say, can't believe y'all don't have Tree Rollins on here. Fraudulent list, unsubscribe. Facts. We don't got Del Curry either. Like, what are we doing?
Shout out to Elena.
It's ridiculous.
Listen,
where's Larry Hughes?
Listen, look, if Spud Webb works hard enough, maybe he can make the All-Pro team. The All-NBA. Think about football.
Y'all disgusting.
Yeah, man. So
right,
I guess we
two
went to the
spots.
flexes.
Oh, now this is where real war starts.
Let me go first, because you guys both have Scotty Barnes there. I didn't put Scotty Barnes on my list.
Whoa! After you were
I
and doing the
told
craziest
y'all the day of. Y'all don't believe the stuff that y'all be talking about.
No.
You has been talking about Scotty Barnes
Shut
top
up.
30. He's talking about Scotty Barnes
He
top
is.
30 and isn't making him an all-star.
Shut up.
Whoa.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes above top 24 won't make him one of the best 26 players.
Quit your yapping. The only reason he's not there is because Trae Young deserves it. Trae Young's been cooking. I would have had Scotty Barnes on there. I would have had him there. He was there early in the year when Trae Young was in the doghouse looking like Julian Newman, being absolute trash. Trae Young's earned it. He's recovered his reputation. He's been playing like Trae Young, no longer shooting 20% from the field every other night. So I guess I'll spoil it. My first reserve off the bench, if there's an injury replacement, is going to be Scotty Barnes, obviously. I would love to put him on there. I don't hate you if you put him over them, over Trae Young, over a Paolo Banchero even. I just don't know why I would go towards him when Trae Young's been cooking. They both are on a terrible team. What's the argument?
Wow, man. I love it.
I just thought you said he was better.
He just wants you to stand on some. That's all it is.
I mean, Trae Young's played better since that
No,
conversation.
Listen, we argued for like 25 minutes about Scotty Barnes being a better player than Jalen Brunson, right?
I still think Scotty's great.
And in the same year, he's like, yeah, Brunson should be an all-star starter. And now Scotty is like, hey, if somebody gets hurt, we'll call you, but like you're not on the first list.
Yeah, because one's the 12 seed. That's a very different conversation than who's the better player 1v1. Team accomplishment, how good your team is, how much you lean to winning is part of that. And again, one's the 12 seed, and one Jalen Brunson's on a great team who has another all-star in Julius Randle. Like, that's not the same conversation at all.
Something that I will say, Donovan, is you people cannot.
It's not crazy at all. It's a completely different conversation.
No, I'm not. And listen, I'm not saying that people can't change their mind. I change my mind all the time.
I didn't change my mind. I didn't change my mind.
all the time. And that's what I'm saying is that because he didn't change his mind, the idea that like you are ranking somebody in the top 30. I think Scotty was in your top 25.
I think he was 25.
I think he had Scotty in his top 25. And then earlier when we're talking about like Brunson and Mitchell, he's like, my tiebreaker is who the better player is. Like I'll just take the talent. And
all
so
things are
now
even.
now that we are here at the end of the list and we are only using our tiebreakers, Scotty Barnes, who is one of the 25 best players in the world, does not get to be named one of the 25 best players in the world. So
The
it's kind of
tiebreaker comes in when all things are even. All things are not even. Jalen Brunson is a top 5 seed. His team is great. The Raptors are trash, and that's a big part of it. You know, like it's that tiebreaker is a tiebreaker when nothing else is the same.
It's just interesting to me. I was gaslit for about half an hour.
You weren't though, because
But
this is a completely different conversation.
Not gonna lie,
okay.
chat.
And also, he's a
Y'all
guard.
are
He's in a
my-
guard spot.
It's okay.
This isn't the competition. The competition would be the one that flexes. Trae Young or
It's
Damian
okay.
Lillard. The real competition is if you're going to cut Dame out for having a iffy time lately. He's been shooting poorly. They're the 3 seed. He's still averaging 25 and 7. He's a great player. Like he's Damian Lillard. I don't know how I can leave him off my team.
Y'all are my favorite married couple. Y'all know that? Yeah. Just straight yapping about nonsense in the most nuanced. Y'all go to war for that shit too. Every single time. And me and Chad just be looking at each other, looking at y'all, just
funny.
it's funny as hell. I love it. This is comedy. This is cinema.
Mo, who's your
Someone
first
also
two?
said,
Who's
Gavin
your
in the
flexes?
chat. Before that, Gavin in the chat said, I need to take back your Munch jersey. And I'm not going to lie, Alvin. Isaac, give me that shit back. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it after that. You're disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sure Scotty Barnes is going to be on my list too because one of these guys is inevitably going to miss it. Like, it really came down to the guards. Dame and Trae just deserved it over that spot.
So for my flexes, I have Jaylen Brown, number 1 seed. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. And of course, you know me, I'm gonna go ahead and put Trae Young in there as well.
Fair.
I think obviously he made a major comeback when it comes to his shooting percentages. He was shooting fucking 40% and all that, and over the last few games, he has been down again. But overall, holistically, he's been absolutely great. One of the better point guards in the league. We can all agree with that. And the playmaking has been